The glassroom. Evelyn was 49 years old when she received the invitation. A cream-colored envelope slipped under her apartment door with no name, no sender, only 4 words pressed in silver. Come to the glassroom. The handwriting was delicate, almost intimate, as if the message was written only for her. At first she laughed and tossed it aside. Another gimmick, another strange club promising escape. But that night, when she lay awake staring at the cracked ceiling of her one-bedroom flat, the words returned to her like a whisper in her ear. The glassroom. By midnight, she found herself walking through the city's narrow streets, pulled by something she couldn't name. The entrance. The address led her to an abandoned hotel, the kind that once hosted royalty but now sagged with mildew and broken glass. Yet, when she pushed open the heavy brass door, the inside gleamed. Polished floors, chandeliers dripping with crystal. A single hallway stretched forward, lit by golden sconces. At the end stood a door made entirely of glass. When Evelyn entered, her breath caught. The glassroom wasn't empty. It was alive. The walls weren't mirrors, but liquid glass, shifting and rippling, each panel revealing a different version of her life. On the left, Evelyn in a white coat, a surgeon saving lives. On the right, Evelyn in Paris, painting canvases the size of walls. Ahead, Evelyn with 2 laughing children tugging at her arms, a man's warm hand on her back. Her chest tightened. Every life she could have lived, everything she had lost, was here. And in the center of the room, a chair. Black leather, waiting for her. The voice she approached. The air grew colder, and then the room spoke. Not from the walls, not from the air, but from inside her head. You may choose. She froze. One reflection, one life. Step forward and it will be yours. The others will vanish. Her hands trembled. What happens to the life I'm in now? It will end. No return. The voices weren't cruel. They were patient. They had waited for her. The temptation. Evelyn stared at the reflections. The one with children. She could almost hear their laughter. The one on stage. She felt the echo of applause in her bones. The one with love, his eyes kind and familiar, made her heart ache. But her gaze fell on a darker image, tucked in the far corner. A version of herself she didn't recognize. Older, hair gray, sitting in a rocking chair. Alone. Surrounded not by laughter or applause, but by silence. Yet her face was serene. Almost radiant. Peace. Evelyn swallowed. She reached toward the glass. The surface rippled. Cold spread through her fingertips. And then she stepped forward. The price. The moment she crossed, pain tore through, her skull like glass shattering inside her mind. She screamed, clutching her head, as memories were ripped apart and replaced. She felt 1,000 lifetimes crashing into her, lives she had never lived, memories she had never made. Then silence. When she opened her eyes, she was old. Her hands were thin, spotted. She was in a wooden rocking chair. A photo album rested on her lap. She opened it page by page. Children smiled up at her. A man's eyes looked at her with love. Paintings hung in Paris galleries. Applause echoed faintly. Every choice she never made was here, but none of it felt real. The laughter was flat. The eyes were empty. The applause was hollow. They weren't her memories. They were only fragments. She was a prisoner in a borrowed life. And from the corner of the room, the glass shimmered. She looked up and saw herself. Her true self. 49 years old, alone, standing outside the glass. That version of her was staring back. Wide-eyed, terrified. Evelyn tried to scream, to bang on the glass, but no sound came. The reflection smiled coldly and turned away. The twist. That night, another woman in the city received a cream envelope slipped under her door. Come to the glassroom. Because the glassroom never gave lives. It only took them.